Hey, bro.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Did you hear the news? LeBron's on a new team now.
What? bro. Are you telling me that this man is already guaranteed he's going to the Warriors now? He's going to the Warriors. Oh my!
Whoa, chill out. Just hold on. Just look. Look.
Oh.
Yeah. Like the Cavaliers traded their whole team.
He traded it. He traded his entire team.
Yeah, bro. Calm down. But that's crazy. You need to sit down and talk about this stuff for real though. So I don't know why you're talking to me. Talk to them, not me.
Yeah. I should be talking to them. Man, that's right. That's cool.
Yeah. You do that. All right. Peace.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Get out.
Why you be messing with me? Why you be stressing at me? Why you finesse with a D? Your friends be messaging me. Tell them stop messing with me. Why you investing in me? You cheat that second degree.
What is up, you guys? Guys, Levitt here. We are back with another video. Whoa. Talk about spring cleaning house. What a day we had for the NBA yesterday. NBA trade deadline ended yesterday at 3:00 p.m. and boy, were there some trades, particularly from one team specifically that made all kinds of moves. So let's start off with the first and the biggest one. Isaiah Thomas and Frye get traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, and I believe the Cavs gave the Lakers their own first round pick, not the Brooklyn pick, their own first round pick that they had. But let's talk about this trade for a second. Damn, Isaiah, I feel sorry for you, bro. I really do. You probably are never gonna get that check unless you go to another team next year and have a great season. I don't know what you could possibly do to improve what you can do as a player, but I mean, it doesn't look good for you, bro. You're already coming out with your agent saying that you refuse to come off the bench. Honestly, you should come off the bench because I'm not sure if you're even 100% healthy the way you've been playing. I mean, you've said at times you're only 75-80% there as far as like getting your legs under you and everything else, which is understandable, but at the same time, if you're gonna be competing for a championship with the Cleveland Cavaliers, you need to be 100%, not no 75 or 80%. Cleveland don't need to deal with that. You already see how the team was looking overall. You need to be at your best for this Cleveland team to have even a chance at winning the championship, even be feasible for the Cavaliers to win the championship. You weren't that, so I understand why they traded you. But man, you had to go to the Lakers though. That sucks for you. Frye was just to get rid of him. He's not that big of a deal getting rid of him. I mean, he was important for the Cavaliers probably like 2-3 years ago. Now it's time to go. It's time to go ahead and get rid of him. Frye, I mean, he can shoot the ball, but it's not that big of a deal. But for the Cavs, Larry Nance, I honestly did not think the Lakers would trade Larry Nance, but that is a very good pickup for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's a 6'8", 6'9" forward that can jump out of the gym. Kevin Durant sure knows he can jump out of the gym.
Taken away by the Lakers. Here they come. It's 4-on-2. KCP in the middle. Bounce. Larry Nance.
But he's really good back in the place where his father used to play, Larry Nance Sr. Then Jordan Clarkson, very good player, can get his own shot when he needs to. He's not the greatest shooter in the world, but he can get buckets when you need him to. And I knew the Lakers were trying to trade him because he has a huge contract. He can pay 12 or 13 million a year. Yeah, that man got a contract I think a year or two ago, and Lakers need to get rid of that. And I think this is also good for the Lakers because obviously I think Isaiah Thomas is just a rental. They're just taking him off Cleveland's hands because they know they don't want him anymore. Isaiah Thomas' contract isn't that big. It's only like, what, $6 million a year he's getting paid? And the same thing with Frye. He's not getting paid too much. So they cleared cap space. So in a way, Cleveland helped LA possibly, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but possibly get LeBron James.
You serious?
Now, how likely do I see that happening? I don't. I'm sorry, Lakers fans. I I don't. But it's Magic Johnson. The way he's been known to talk to these players on the low key and can pull some moves off here. This first few times that he's been with this team, I mean, they're starting to win now. I mean, they got a young core, Kuzma, Ingram, Lonzo. Whenever he gets back, I mean, if he can get it together, that's a solid core to go off of. And the possibility of you getting LeBron and Paul George, although Paul, again, these are just huge ifs for the Lakers if they think they're really going to get both LeBron and Paul George. The way Paul George is looking at OKC right now, he looks very happy in OKC. Him and Russell Westbrook, clearly the chemistry has been building up between the two. They're a really good duo. Melo, he's been injured as well. OKC is a legitimate threat to go deep in the playoffs this year. Like they figured it out when they started struggling at the beginning of the year. They're starting to figure it out and get it together. I mean, if the OKC does anything and goes even further than people expect, I honestly don't see a reason why Paul George would leave OKC. I don't get why he would make that move to go to LA with a team that is young. I mean, you probably, if you're going to LA, it's because you know that's your hometown, and maybe because you are gotten word from LeBron that, hey, I'm coming there too. That's the only way I could see it comes down to this. Either the Lakers get both or they get neither. It's just that simple. I don't think they can just get one of them. They have to get both because I know they wanted to get Boogie Cousins. Boogie Cousins is unfortunately out for the year with that injury he got. He suffered like a week or two ago. So that's out of the question. They reports that they're going to trade for him. It's a tough situation now. But with Paul George there, that's going to be tough to pull off. And LeBron, that's going to be tough to pull off. We'll see what happens in the offseason, but it is Magic Johnson, so he's done a good job so far. But if he can pull this off, yeah, Lakers, y'all are back. They're most definitely back. But let's talk about the other parts of the trades that the Cavaliers got. They got Rodney, and it's a 3-team trade between the Kings. Let me make sure I get this right. The Kings, the Jazz, and the Cavs, where the Cavs get Rodney Hood and George Hill. I believe Joe Johnson got shipped to the Kings, but I'm hearing that from what reports I've seen that he's going to be let go from the Kings. And then Derrick Rose and Jake Crowder have been shipped to Utah, and I'm hearing that Derrick Rose is going to get bought out as well, so he's not going to be on the team. And they're saying that he's probably going to go to the Minnesota Timberwolves to go back up with Coach Tibbs and Jimmy Butler and those boys. And they do that. Derrick Rose can give him anything, just anything. Timberwolves could be a tough out too in the Western Conference. Western Conference is pretty doggone good this year. It really, really is. For what we thought it was going to be because of Kevin Durant being on a Warriors, it's a lot more competitive. It's a legit 3 or 4 teams that can really make some noise in the playoffs come postseason in the West. But for the Cavaliers, Rodney Hood, he's good. He's not great. I don't know if he's going to get any better, how much better he's going to be. He's 25 years old. He is still young. He still has potential. George Hill, 3-point shooter. At this point, he's having one of his best years this year. Surprisingly, as long as he's been in the NBA, this is one of his best years that he's been having. I remember him when he was on the Spurs. Then he went to Indiana. He's been all over the league now, and now he's on Cleveland. So maybe he has some more motivation to play even better. I mean, he's doing pretty good from the 3-point line. He's a good point. He's not really a point guard per se, but he's a good spot up shooter, you could say, that like you have someone to shoot the ball. And then the other trade that happened is Dwayne Wade back to Miami. Now, I believe it was for a 2nd-round pick, I believe. Now, this is very interesting to me because Dwayne Wade and LeBron James' relationship, from what the insiders say, is that their relationship, the way that they work together, they were so tight to where other players on the Cavaliers team was like, what happened to us? It's kind of like how your best friend gets a girlfriend and then he starts forgetting about you. Basically, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that situation. That's what happened with Dwayne when Dwayne Wade came to meet up with LeBron with the Cavaliers, and so I think they just had to get rid of him because that situation from the start was just had the whole entire Cavaliers locker room looking at LeBron like, really, I thought we was homies. I thought we were boys. What happened? So that's that. But going back to Miami, that's good for Dwayne Wade, and Miami is a really good team. It's not like Dwayne got traded back to Miami. Miami is not good. Miami is very good and can knock some teams off. And don't sleep on them possibly, and I mean it, possibly getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. I said it.
Just say any old stupid shit.
The Eastern Conference Finals. Now that they got Wade, they only have Dion Waiters. Dion Waiters is out. And they're doing this? Man. With D Wade's championship pedigree, then he gets to go back up against LeBron, the team he was just on. You know, and he ain't holding back, especially if you're going up against LeBron. Hey, Boston fans, I mean, yeah, look out for the Heat. I'm just saying. Dragic, Whiteside, and those boys, they can make some noise. But other than that, there were some other small trades that went on, like Emmanuel Mudiay and Doug McDermott to the Mavericks. I don't want Doug McDermott. Why? I don't get it. I don't get that trade. I just want Michael Porter Jr. with top 3 right now. That's all I want the Mavericks to do is get Michael Porter Jr. or Bagley, one of the two. I don't care. I just want one of the two. So once Dirk retires, which is probably gonna be into this year, that's it. We're done. So we have the future set with Dennis Smith and either Bagley and Michael Porter Jr. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. NBA trade deadline, crazy madness. Cavs pretty much cleared their roster. Pretty much cleared their roster. Like there was just one thing I saw on Instagram or whatever that was like the team from last year to this year is literally like only like 4 or 5 players left on the team from last year versus this year. It's like crazy how many changes the Cavaliers have made in 1 year because they had to trade. They didn't really have to trade Kyrie Irving, but Kyrie Irving asked to be traded, and ever since that trade, they just. And Kyrie Irving just has to be doing this the whole time.
Man, I'm dead.
But anyway, guys, like this video up. Really appreciate that. Subscribe if you are new. And we are out. Peace.
Hey, plug up. I don't even understand how the fuck my plug talk. Pick him up in a space coupe, I don't let my plug walk. New freak, had to cut my other little bitch off.